Welcome back to another Disco Elysium, and let's continue where we are going. We have we have a lot of things to do, a lot of a lot of things to do. Now, what's on the to-do list? Full of sad song state. Okay. Smoker on the balcony again. Okay. Use phone. Maybe today I'll try. Okay. What else I can do? Find the traffic hooligans. Hmm. Okay, so this will happen. Traffic hooligans will happen tomorrow. Okay, in the working class husband also. I need to find Joyce for lynching. We'll talk to her
The
also.
tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
That's plausible. A similar reckless abandon seems to be in evidence.
This we need to get to inside this building as well. I'm not sure how we'll be able to, but we need to. So how do we get there?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney. I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face. You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that. A man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
I am a legal counsel. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
I suggest not wasting time on.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, you caught her off guard. Push.
You are not here to chat up.
You set the pace and a man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
He said no such thing. This isn't about me.
Calm down, everyone. Let's stay professional.
I suggest
Even though she has you caught her off guard.
you are not here to.
You set the pace and the top. A man like Easy Leo could have said anything.
I represent the union and these men here. Don't.
A very minor victory. Hmm.
What are we going to do? The Union is,
Uh-huh.
if anything, it is the RCM who do things.
There's another guy over there.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
He's still.
Again, just get the deck.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Can I help you?
Hmm. So what should I do? Now, let me just check this quickly. I have to do Duolingo as well. Hmm. So I should do something. I need to sell some of these also. So that's one good. Okay. What I should do? Hmm. I don't know what.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? You must be kidding, right? Yeah, good one, officer. Real funny. But this establishment only takes cash. Now, do you have that cash, Mr. Novelty Check Man?
Fried, near the gates. They'll exchange it.
Then why are you wasting my time?
Hmm. So I wasted some time with talking with this guy. Hmm. Who could be? I'm really interested to know that working class lady's husband. Who could that be? I
You see several packaged raincoats fill a load.
don't want to pay for that. One,
Um, is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. Uh, wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
it looks like she sees phones for
Anything
some
else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the Union. The Union works for you by supplying you with cash. That was easy, worryingly so.
check if I have more bottles
The
in
tear
me.
machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
It's interesting that Harry or whatever our guy's name is, he asked these questions. How come you- What?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece. Secure, a silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
Hmm. The
As you
insane.
look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to you. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth, Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold, hustle style like the king is the king and can do anything.
But wait, you haven't even
You
heard
have,
about his fabled cocaine addiction.
okay, you haven't even heard about his baby. The what
You
now?
see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Okay, what is smoke candy?
Cocaine.
Wow.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Reasonable. Okay, cocaine. Yeah, now totally get it. He was addicted to basically.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. This is slander. The king was just and beautiful. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Hmm.
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Hmm.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Your shit is apart. I would love to, you know what, listen to each and every because I don't know. I think I have to do something.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
I should have. Because interfacing did not help me anything. I thought interfacing would help me. I should have put maybe in this to pick locks and pockets. Hmm, is there anything? No. I think here. Oh no. Hmm,
Right to work! Right to work!
hmm. Can I open this? Oh no, this will take me to his room, right? Here there is nothing I can do. What should I do this maybe?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then,
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
the voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. Maybe you call to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one. It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Okay, I'll save once now. Save. I have to be a bit of the measurehead. He can help us with something.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed
Should
to
I?
race failure. It is lax and moronic. Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it
Simple
anymore.
idea.
There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses.
Hmm.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semines race.
I don't really know how the semis are. Please, if you're in the line, we done with this one.
I can see that. The Simonees are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow. No. Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
This could have made him more open to discussing the subscribe to his advance. But I don't want to do this. It's like, I might get some XP.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself.
I think this racist is better than the...
That will be the...
There always is.
Race is reality.
How do I access the harbor? Find more file speed and snippet. Find more 30 Titus Hardy. Open apartment. Open apartment door for Everard. You have the key. The door is behind the green on here. Okay, I can do that. Try the traffic is okay. Money. Try to the badge. Who put the clothes in the trash? Who made the call? Explore the room. Sim carried to password. Okay. Why am I even doing this? When I want to. No, no, sir. I have to go through here. Okay. How do I?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some. You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
Supply still pretty.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about. I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it. On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Everard. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
I'll save here right now. What if with the measurehead or that protesting the main guy who's protesting?
A row of
He,
mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath he's just making fun of these people. Of course, you slippery bastard. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the...
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
just been a distinction in the room space like Clipchamp. Who Elysium admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with proposals. You almost feel the warmth of the ocean.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity.
Now we need to go to.
Master investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
It's just my duty as a cop to investigate every time.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover.
Open level. Can I? I don't think so. I can go. No, I don't think so. I can go from here. There's no shortcut. I need to be very quick about everything now. Because what if today instead of tomorrow, instead of Wednesday, is today I get to meet the guy smoking in the lounge. I do have less time today. Not here. We don't need to go. I need to go. Where do I need to go? I think here. Okay. Maybe here. Um, how do I? But like, didn't he give me? I forgot. But didn't he give me the find the traffic element, close the water locks on the Wednesday, open door for find working class husband, smoker, laboratory jurors, for the lynching, replace the last rule, maybe 32 Titus, find moral and pissing competition, inspect the victim's body, track down the badge, who put the clothes, explore the willing the scene, okay, I'll save once over here because I just don't know. And accomplish glass.
You're back before the cargo container.
Wait, I'll just save once more. Yeah, otherwise I have to walk along back.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I did go inside.
The Weasel is no true patriot, Harry. He prays every night for the downfall of the Union and spits upon the name of the king.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people, with the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this Weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are neat freaks. If you don't mind me saying so, I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. There's a militant wing inside the Union, a group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error? Anyway.
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Wait, the girl by the whirling, who was keeping an eye on you, is he talking about her?
I did that, didn't I? She thinks of herself as a guerrilla fighter. These middle-class kids and the books they read are crazy, Harry. I think she would rather be an insurgent than a lawyer. I hope it's a phase. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Sorry for the sneeze. I'm so sorry.
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Come a second.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry, it's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're going to get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry. On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry. They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour. You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many...
You mean our victim?
A security con...
He performs a motion as if spraying.
I'm talking big. Everything they did there, they brought over here. No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the No, you haven't, Harry. I haven't. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe you'll be in here the next time they move it. It will be very fun, I promise. But enough about me and my container. The killers the company hired, one of them got downright suicidal.
By negotiator.
Harry, we got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. There's a militant...
That sounds a bit...
They're like you...
Again,
So these...
He probably...
Aren't you worried when...
Oh, I'm not at all...
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is...
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
See you soon, debardeur. Just kidding, but not too...
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that. It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kenajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV. Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kenajinsky is well into his 3rd decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for 3 things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness. It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively. This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chute. Precisely. For too long, drink has been a scourge to the working class, and President Kaczynski is deeply committed to supplying the people with more wholesome entertainments.
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask? They are quite the spectacle, as I understand. I've heard they make the people in the front rows wear plastic sheets. On account of the blood, you see.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Quickly save the game, and I'll just go see if I can. Wait, I have a skill point, right? A skill point, right? Let me unlock this. Rudimentary sheet. I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I did wrong thing or not. Or at least I got 4 cards in my head. Now I remembered. Wait, can I open this?
You're back
But
before the cargo container.
no. I need to check if. What if the Hardy Boys help me with the bodies? What I need to uh, get to Sinjal. I don't know if this is the right thing. Evra does not look like a, you know. Okay. So what do I need to do? Okay. I need to go here. I also need to talk to the library, but hey, that woman went away. I need to find the husband. Okay. Here, come here, fast. Let's go. Oh no, he's not here. Okay, then. If if what should I say? If Everard does make a youth center, and if it helps Kuno, then I'm very happy. I'll be happy.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Authority. Wait. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. There's some more money. Ooh. Yes.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about? Cryobacter catlensis. Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was the bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded history. Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away.
Irascible.
We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream. The gnome of Jeroma. Oh, yes. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue. It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, All the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again. What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mamadaqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Kola Mama Dakwa can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite lovely, aren't they? Although the low part is a little ironic. The Col de Mamadaqua makes, or rather is, such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it. It could be everywhere all of the time, and we wouldn't know.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory. It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights. Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When
Very interesting.
playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls. They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mamadaqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them. Sequester, Time, Joscan, those are but some of the Mamadaqua they followed individually. That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadakwas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
Psst. They cancel each other out. Psst.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population. After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Koltamamadakwa population anywhere.
Of course, a common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what? I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really one to tell you about all of them. You should ask my husband if you get the chance. He's the real expert.
Hmm. I'll save for now. I this guy's weird. I'm not sure if I'm a corrupt cop. How do you? I thought he gave me a. Didn't he give me a items? Interact.
Um, is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony
Minus
fingers.
12 is not time yet? Heroic. I could have used this. Okay. 66%. What else am I going to? Okay, I can do that later. You talk to her again.
I've got nothing to say to you.
I want to teach. What else? Okay. Psyche. Wait, I'll go buy Kuno's stuff so that he'll be happy with us. I know he's ripping us off.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Oh.
Here, pig. We've fallen now. Performance buddies. Kuno could already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
So this is the better. So this is a better, right? Composure. What does composure do? Composure. I think I found the better pant. I think. What does Savior do?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guarantee.
Mista.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. I just don't like it very much. Movement on the road never really gelled well with the movement of my thoughts. Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop. And then...
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't really know what to make
What
of
did I
it,
do? I
but
should have read.
I know it meant something. Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. Now that I think...
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
He shakes his head, slowly.
Traffic? Now that I...
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
Jacob Ove, the great tip-top champion. Yes, yes.
Do you think it may have been Jacob Irv who drove over your roof?
It's a logical explanation. I felt within that thunderous crash a soul plunged into chaos.
What the hell went? Okay.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow I'll not. Tomorrow I'll sleep in the street. Maybe I'll not pay 20 real. I have to buy a lot of stuff. So no. Why can't?
The door is closed.
What I have that. So what I should tell the boy taking to his kombucha? Don't you see? One might be hand icon. Fire maybe. Functions most people. This one, sure. Should I save it? Almost 86%. How should I? Okay, I'll go and check. It's closed now. Wait, I have to buy that shirt, right? There also gone. Is he also gone? Oh, no, this is.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders.
Welcome to Helmdall, officer.
You see rows of toy soldiers.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it. Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Okay.
Another time, perhaps.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
What? I have 15.
Looking for something, Hunt?
Right to work! A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
What should I do? I don't understand what I should do. I'll go sleep. I have to. Wait. Let me check.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent. The door does not budge. The door does not.
I want to do something so that at least this guy gets done. And why I can't do this again?
Behind the dock workers, a
Perception.
ceiling height window.
Radar.
The hawthorn branches scrape the glass.
Do I have any item tool? Tools, items, interact, clothes, think perception. Maybe I'll have to go and sleep also. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing because I have some time, some good amount of time.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? It's about biological determinism. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that we are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The Kips are showing a good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species out there, breeding like rabbits. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra Don't push your luck. Run.
How much time? 6, 7. Okay.
The woman still has her no response. Wherever this no response, no response.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Yeah, it would be really bad if we got into an argument about it. Waste of a good noon. Or afternoon. Or night. Anyway, thanks for helping out, friend.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
Well, this is good. This is good. Okay. Oh, equipment complete. Oh my god, what a coincidence, bro. I was wondering why the volumetric sheet composer is important. What a luck. I took. Still, at least I got a good. Okay, I'll sleep and I'll close this part now. Let me see if I can.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In
Bruh,
it, your
so
face.
less. Okay, then I'll just save. Oh wait, yeah, I'll save and I'll sleep and I'll see what happens.
The
And then
bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that? Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Yes?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Who these two new people?
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Wow, you seem stable and in control. Allow me to say, alcohol really seems to have had a positive effect on you. Now, what do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is...
I'm not getting involved in this.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
That voice. So very familiar.
Oh, really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from? Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
Shivers? What? Shivers?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
I'm not getting involved in this.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction.
I'm not getting involved in this.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Not the prophet shit again. No.
No, he doesn't.
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now. Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time. You're not shitting me, Millen. I can smell it all the way here. The whole town stinks.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
I would love to, but I'm busy fucking off and not cramping your style. And that might cramp it, you see? Helping you.
Oh, wait, I forgot to start.
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Okay, I'll close this off right now and start a new one.